Good evening and welcome to an NRN presentation of the Sim Racers Club at Las Vegas Speedway. Coming into the second to last round of the series, Johnny Avila leads Kevin Dick by 7 points. Frankly, it's been an incredible points battle. I didn't expect Avila not to run away with it by now. He's locked everything up real early on the past 3 seasons we've had, but tonight, Kevin Dick might have a chance to strike. Johnny Avila needs to finish in the top 7 as long as Kevin Dick doesn't get the pole tonight. However, he has had 5 of them so far this season. I think he's ready to grab another tonight. Joining me tonight will be Jason Owens. Little surprised, no Chris tonight. He is away in Poland. Strange country to go to this time of year, a little cold, but Jason, why don't you take it away?
Well, I don't have much to talk about right now, Patrick. I'm going to be the play-by-play guy tonight, and shout out when random stuff happens, like the wreck on the front stretch in practice right now.
Yes, that is your points battle with Kevin Dick and Johnny Avila wrecking each other early in practice, getting ready for a little dogfighting during the race.
Should be a fun one. I tried to brush up on the league here by watching about 112 seconds of 2 or 3 different races on NRN early this afternoon. So I'm just going to be along for the ride and shout out random non sequiturs, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, as always with an NRN B team production, we just have fun with it. You got cars that are going left, and Las Vegas always puts on fantastic racing. So we're going to see some carnage, I think. These guys are all fantastic drivers, but when you come down to a points fight this hard with 2 rounds to go, I think we might see some desperate moves.
I'm all for it. I'm just hoping for, everybody has some fun. We have some orange slices at the end of the night, and we all go home and maybe stop at Dairy Queen on the way.
Dairy Queen does sound good this time of night. We see
Peanut Buster Parfait would crush it right now.
Oh, yeah. See Andrew Moore practicing the drafting a little bit here, seeing how close you could tuck behind another car in the corners, and it looks like pretty close. He's going to stagger away about half a lane up, try and get some air on the nose of that car, and see if he can practice a strike or two here coming down the backstretch of practice. Almost hitting the wall there, but you can see these guys are pros. They can get within millimeters of that thing and not have to worry about hitting it. See the 8 of Max Williams going for a little bit of a ride there, maybe trying the off-road line through the grass. Obviously it didn't work out for him. I would not recommend he tries that in the race.
Looks like 52 car Kevin Dick just set the fastest lap of the practice session here with the 30.283.
Yeah, he was holding back all through practice, but letting everybody know he's out there to go get another pole. With only 7 points separating him from Johnny Avila, getting a pole position tonight would take that down to 6 points. So every point matters, especially with how close they are right now.
No, that was a nice little pirouette there. Get the extra skill points.
So for our stages tonight, we just got some information on them. Stages are going to be lap 30 and lap 65. The lap 30 stage break will have a yellow flag. Lap 65 will not have a yellow flag. If I had a guess, I think Kevin Dick's going to try and win that first stage, maybe come down pit road, grab a new fresh set of tires, go back out there, try and win the second stage, and hopefully come away with a good top 3 or even a top 5 finish. But those stage points are going to help him out tonight in trying to close up that gap to Johnny Avila. Also, some other news, Johnny Avila has locked up the Grand Year-Long Championship, winning a magnificent, I believe it's the direct drive wheel, the NASCAR style wheel for that. So hopefully that helps him out next season. He can go lock up another championship. Kevin Dick now qualifying purple in the first sector, but that's because no one else has set a time. He's going out there, going fast, and trying to put a big number on the board before anyone else gets there. Coming out of turn 4 now. Let's see what the number is for his first lap. He comes out of it with a 30.86 second lap. That would be tentative pole position right now.
Yeah, it
Andrew
looks
Moore
like
goes purple in the second sector. He's slightly slower, though, at a 30.95.
we got a good amount of green here on JRT timing for folks coming to the line, which could be interesting.
Hunter Waters, like 7/10 slow. That is not like him. Hopefully his second lap is faster. Kevin Dick, though, going purple in the first sector and second sector once again. That lap will be a 30.33. Blisteringly fast. Johnny Vila's first lap is going to be a 30.890. Andrew Moore Jr. going with a 30.404 lap time not found. Tim Knott taking up the third position so far with a 30.635. Avila going purple in the first sector. Can he do it in the second? He's got to take those bonus points away from Kevin Dick. Coming out of turn 4 now. Think he did it. That time is going to be a 30.294. Johnny Avila stealing the pole position from Kevin Dick. Can anyone go any faster? See Tyler Seville out on track now.
Not a ton of purple out there now. Obviously, after that lap by Johnny Avila in the 63 car.
Oh, yeah, that was a flyer. Yes! So Tyler Seville, I've been making jokes all season about this. Changing up the sponsors. It is the Cocktail Bar of Miami or West Palm Beach, I think. I might be wrong on both those. Somewhere in Florida. But he's got a big rooster on the hood of that thing, and it says Cock down the side, and it's a pretty neat paint scheme. Goes right along with Hunter Waters' pickle scheme.
Speaking of, a pickleback would go pretty nice right about now.
Tyler Seville going a 31.05 for his first lap, but purple in the first sector of his second. Oh, this could be the lap that takes Johnny Avila off the top of the charts. And he's just slow in the second sector. Not going to be enough. 0.02 of a second off.
Wow, that's pretty darn close. That's almost as close as it gets.
Richard Smith out now with the green for his first sector. That'd, of course, be his personal fastest through there. Richard Smith going a 30.699. Let's see if his second lap can go a little bit faster. Richard Smith, only car on track right now. You see Johnny Avila and Kevin Dick out there getting some extra practice laps in, but their laps will not count from this point onwards. Richard Smith going slower in the first sector and faster in the second sector. That will move him up to... Oh, he hit the wall, I'm hearing. So that's going to invalidate his second lap, and unfortunately, his time on the charts will be the time that stands. Brad Allison still yet to take a lap, along with Mike McConville, Thomas Wilhite, Max Williams, and Jordan Barry.
So far, we have no commentary on the YouTube stream. I think we can resolve that. Maybe, no? Well, the commentary's there. Nobody's commenting.
Oh, we got one comment up there. John Moeller. Guy who usually runs in this series, usually runs pretty well. Unfortunately, he's stuck at work again this week. And coming up on Christmas time, sometimes you got to put that overtime in. And it sucks because this series is so much fun to race. And More cars in the grid, better.
I feel him. I feel like we're stuck at work right now too, Patrick.
That's because we are. Max Williams now going out and taking a lap. His first lap is going to be coming out of turn 4 now. Looks like his first lap will be a 31.309. That puts him 10th at the bottom of the charts, but his second lap should be faster, as we've seen times get faster on lap number 2 versus lap 1, as we normally see. Gets a little close to the wall, has to chase it down to the backstretch. That might hurt him a little bit, but he still goes faster in the first sector. His second lap will be a 30.425. That puts him up into the 5th position. Thomas Wilhite now on track taking his first lap, which I believe he's on his out lap right now. So at the out lap, all you want to do is just get up to speed, run that high line coming out of 4, build up as much momentum as you can, and try and get a real flyer on the first lap. Thomas Wilhite's first lap going to be a 31.402. Running the middle line for his second lap is a little weird strategy, but it could work. Goes faster in the first sector, so seems like it's working for him. Brad Allison now coming out on track. Thomas Wilhite with a 30.511. That puts him up to P8.
We got, what, a minute 42 left in this session. We still have 3 guys that have yet to take time. 2 guys now.
So I'm going to correct myself from earlier. Jordan Barry is not racing. He is the race director. So if he takes a lap, I'd be a little concerned.
Yeah, then we just have Mr. Mike McConville, who looks like he's out on track right now.
In fact, he is. Mike McConville, a regular here on the National Race Network, used to run in the Shock Series that my co-host here runs.
I think we kind of missed Mr. McConville in the Shock Series this season.
Taking a little break from the open wheel stuff, coming to the stock car side, rubbing a little fenders. It's all in good fun.
I enjoy running these cars on all the super speedways where I can just stick a brick on the throttle.
Well, if that's what you like, boy, do I have the series for you.
Oh, tell us about it.
Well, after Mike McConville's lap, his first lap is going to be, when it shows up on the charts eventually. He might have hit the wall because nothing's coming up. Well, we have the Fastmaster Series over in TNC. It's BMW Z3s on super speedways. You put a brick on that throttle, turn left, and avoid the carnage. It is fantastically fun. Mike McConville for his second lap now. Looks like it's going to be slower than a 31, so unfortunately, nope. My timing and scoring was wrong. That puts him at a 30.35. It's 4th position, and qualifying is over.
That's a bang-up lap by Mr. McConville.
He's not just fast in Indy Pros. He's fast in stock cars, too.
Yeah, I was going to say we miss him this season, especially since we're giving a watch away just solely based on participation. A custom, handcrafted, one-of-a-kind GMT timepiece for anybody that runs 12 or more weeks in TNT Shock.
I've been seeing some sneak peeks of that watch, and oh my goodness, is that thing beautiful. So we have Johnny Avila hailing from Canada on the pole position. Teammate Tyler Seville going to lock out the front row on the high side. Kevin Dick, fellow Canadian, going to be right behind Johnny Avila. That's your title fight right there, and maybe might see some contact in the first couple of laps. Mike McConville starting on the outside of row number 2, hailing from New Jersey. Brad Allison starting 5th. To his outside will be Andrew Moore Jr. Behind them will be a pair of Max Williams and Troy Haight. Another Will Worcester Racing driver will be Hunter Waters on the inside of row 5. Outside of him will be Thomas Wilhite, and bringing up the rear of the field will be Richard Fletcher and Tim Knott. Richard Smith rounds out the field, the inside line. There's also another driver from Canada. A lot of Canadian drivers in this series, I've noticed. Got the iRacing pace truck for tonight. Just waiting for drivers to get the command, start the cars up, and get on rolling. So we see the interior shot from Johnny Avila. This is such a wicked view. I love how the dash in these cars is like really inset right towards the base of the windshield. It almost reminds me of an Aussie V8 car, and I wonder why that is.
And we're rolling.
So now, with Will Worcester Racing locking out the front row, does Johnny Avila let Tyler Seville go by and maybe just try and put another car between Kevin Dick and winning that first stage? Because every bonus point that, if Johnny Avila can't get it, they've got to make sure they lock out Kevin Dick from getting it. Because every bonus point he gets is 1 point closer to overtaking Johnny going into Phoenix. Coming in turn 3 now. The excitement is starting to build up. The crowd's starting to get ready. We're about to go racing. Pace car coming out of turn 4 now, getting ready to pull off.
Pace truck, you mean?
Yes, sir. It is a truck. Misses the commitment cone, dives down on the pit road. We're about to get ready, and as always, race fans, first lap is all yours. Johnny Avila leads the field coming across the line, followed by Kevin Dick and Tyler Seville losing the spot to Kevin Dick. I could see a little bit of shenanigans going on. Tyler Seville letting Johnny Avila get the high line, entering one, allow him to come down and get a little bit of an extra run off there. Kevin Dick, though, closing that run very quickly, right on the bumper of Johnny Avila going into turn 3.
If McConville was running any higher, he'd be in the crowd right now.
Yeah, he's running that Kyle Larson line way up against the wall trying to dirt track this place. And, well, I don't think Las Vegas Motor Speedway has a dirt track on site. I'm sure if there was, Mike McConville would be on it. Getting the producer asking about the bull ring. That is, in fact, a tiny little 3/8 of a mile oval asphalt. As Kevin Dick goes to the outside of Johnny Avila. He's going to try and get the run on the high side. Johnny Avila going to dive down low, but not below the white line. Kevin Dick gets it across the line. Johnny Avila noses back out. Coming into turn 1 now. Still side by side, dead even. Avila not able to seal the deal.
There are points for leading a lap in this series, Mr. Patrick?
There is. I believe someone sponsored it too. I will have to check that out for you.
That's good to know, especially since Kevin Dick just led that lap according to JRT in my booth.
Yes, he just got it by a nose, and as it stands, that puts the point difference at 6 points. Now, as the race goes on, my math is going to get worse and worse with that because, well, there's a lot of bonus points you could rack up in one of these races. Tyler Seville, though, trying to steal the point away from Kevin Dick. Diving down below him, that is less bonus points he's going to get at the stage break. 5 laps in already, 25 to lap number 30, where we will get our first caution flag, hopefully.
I must say, Patrick, it's very relaxing to call a normal race and not one of the shenanigans races we normally put on around here.
Yeah, over in TNT, we like to turn everything up to 11, and it's always absolutely insane. But here at SRC, they run everything really respectfully. These drivers, not saying our drivers aren't respectful, but these guys just take it to another level. You see guys letting each other by. You don't see that a lot in TNT because the races are so much shorter and the pressure is so much higher that you have to be 100%. Here, you want to save your tires and really relax and kind of play chess with the guys.
I'm impressed with how close the field is sticking together so far, right? Like we are now, we're on lap 8. We're coming to lap 9 here, and the entire field is still covered by a second and 3/4, 1.67 seconds, nose to tail, first to 13th. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, these guys are all very, very talented drivers. I don't believe there's a guy in here that's below 2,000 iRating, and if there is, it's just because he doesn't run officials. All of these guys, even the guys you see regularly at the back of the pack, they'll still probably kick your ass in an official race. Hunter Waters passing Mike McConville for the 5th position. Right now, it's too early to call, but Hunter Waters going for the Hard Charger Award.
He is currently the Hard Charger with +4 on the night.
Hard Charger Award, of course, sponsored by Custom Paints and Diecasts. Mike McConville kind of dropping back a little bit. Maybe saving the tires, saving the fuel, maybe trying to skip a pit stop there at lap 30.
I'm sure Hunter Waters is running so well because Indiana's putting it to Nebraska 39-26 at the half. So that's a nice little bonus for him, I'm sure, being an Indiana driver.
I'm sure it is. That, and hopefully after this race, if he gets that checkered flag, he can go have a Hunter special pickle and go watch the rest of the game. Our producer's starting to tell jokes now. Johnny Avila trying to build a little bit of a gap, but Tyler Seville closing in about 2/10 behind. Kevin Dick still right on the rear bumper of Tyler Seville. Trying to get back around, not striking yet, but definitely playing the Jaws theme on a loudspeaker and letting him know he's there.
You know, Patrick, that's one of those times where I wish I had a real broadcasting setup with one of the off-air back channels.
I'm sure there's a way to make that work. Hunter Waters now still trying to get his way up through here, but Troy Haight trying to make it happen on the outside, taking away the 5th position. And he's going to have the run and possibly seal the deal here out of 2. He gets it done before they even get to 2.
Super impressed with the racing I'm seeing here tonight, Patrick. This is some good stuff up and down the field.
Oh man, if you think this is good, you should have seen Atlanta. These guys were absolutely on fire at Atlanta. We had teammates taking teammates out across the line. Oh man, close finish. It's incredible. Talladega was another really, really fun one with these guys. If you want to go back and watch any of the race from the season, Talladega will have you on your feet the entire race.
That's a good call out. Anything to get NRN some more views for the series here. That would be great.
Oh yeah, Talladega was awesome. I think we had 4 or 5 lead changes on the last lap. It was incredible. I'd never seen anything like it. As we see Troy Haight still trying that high line, not trying to pass anyone, but maybe just trying to get a little bit of air on the nose, save the tires a little bit, maybe get in the striking distance once we get closer to the end of the stage, steal some stage points.
Yeah, I was about to call that out too. He's really one of the few guys to seriously commit to that middle high lane, especially through 1 and 2 so far.
And that is especially not what Kevin Dick wants to see. Kevin Dick does not want to lose another spot for the stage break. He needs every single bonus point he can get.
It looked like we were going to get 3 wide down the backstretch there for just a second, but those guys thought better of it.
Yeah, Mike McConville and Brad Allison almost looking like they want to split Hunter Waters.
You have to wonder if those guys are saving their tires a little bit, that the way they've fallen back. Trying to just save a bit and then charge up towards the end of the stage here, which we are over halfway through the stage at this point.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed with the Gen 7 car is the tires fall off a lot like sports car tires, where they're amazing right at the start of the run, and then they kind of fall off a little bit, and they're about even for the last 20 or 30 laps of the run, and then they fall off a cliff. So I'm not sure if there's any real advantage in these cars to going crazy saving the tires. I think it's much better to push them. But I am iRacing's worst crew chief, so you shouldn't take my advice.
I think we may need to battle for that distinction. McConville just really quickly up a few spots there back into 5th.
Yeah, he is on the hunt now. 10 laps to go or 11 laps to go in the stage. He really just wants to get back up there, get some of those points, and see what he can do. Mike McConville currently 13th in the point standings. I believe he missed a couple races. But still, he's within striking distance of getting back into the top 10.
He thought about taking a look there out of 2 and then out of 4 and then tucked back in. He's looking really racy. Like, he's not happy sitting behind the 8 of Max Williams right now.
No, and Kevin Dick looking to make a move on Tyler Seville. Not able to make it happen there, but he is within striking distance right on the rear bumper of Seville.
Mike with a great run down on the line through 3 and 4. Sets up the 8 of Max Williams and makes the pass. That was a fantastic move.
Currently, your contender for the Saskatoon Realty Executives fastest lap will be Brad Allison at a 30.5 flat. Next fastest right now is Tyler Seville at a 30.52, but I think once we get some fresh rubber on these cars, I think we can go a little bit faster than that, boys. Right now, only seeing about 0.2 of fall off with these guys, so doesn't seem like the tires have fallen way off yet. We'll see when we get closer to the end of the stage, but I'm not sure if I'd want to pit and take tires yet.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You know, we get that cool desert air that's going to come in later tonight as we get closer to midnight, and hopefully we'll see those lap times come down a little bit.
Hunter Waters and Max Williams getting racy back there.
You know, if you're Mike McConville, you'd love to see that, because he was just right up with those guys 2 laps ago. They're getting racy, and they've fallen off him almost a full second at this point. They are 0.8 back.
Yeah, you kind of want to, especially if you're these two right now, maybe get over comms, figure out which one of you two is faster right now, and just let that guy stay in front. It hurts your ego to do when you say, yeah, I'll let you stay in front. I won't try and pass you, but sometimes you got to do it to help yourself later on in the race. As we see Kevin Dick getting the run on Tyler Seville, going to clear him, but I don't know if he's going to move up just yet. Tyler Seville moving down now. He's definitely way clear. Kevin Dick still in the second position, trying to maybe claw up there and get Johnny Avila before the stage ends.
He's been about a tenth a lap quicker than Johnny Avila each of the last 3 laps. So this could get interesting here as we've got about 5 to go.
Yeah, currently about half a second back, but 10th each lap, 5 laps. That math works out to passing him.
I did that math in my head, and it's nice to see that it checks out. Although that lap he was about a full tenth slower, so
But you have to remember
that math doesn't work out.
he did just make a pass. So now he's got mostly clean air in front of him, half a second back to Johnny Avila. It might help him close up a little bit, but it does not look like it. Gap is now down to 0.6 and rising. Tyler Seville kind of weaving back and forth, looking for some clean air, trying to make a move. He's going to shoot down to the bottom of Kevin Dick. Looks like they're side by side, and they will stay that way down the backstretch.
If you're Johnny Avila and you want to get the stage points, you love seeing those guys side by side out your rear view.
Oh yeah, especially with Tyler Seville trying to steal an extra bonus point away from Kevin Dick. Those guys, it really sucks what happened to Tyler this season. Unfortunately, he's out of the points fight for the fall championship. But he was leading towards the beginning, and unfortunately, Hurricane Ian took him out for 2 or 3 weeks and took him out of the standings. But he's been proven he's still capable of being up there and maybe helping his teammate Johnny Avila, or maybe hurting him if it comes down to the wire tonight for the race win.
Well, I can totally empathize with that as somebody that's had their rig flooded in 2022. That sucks.
Yes, except yours was, albeit not your household's fault, you know, the fault of a human, where one was a natural disaster. I would say yours hurts worse, though. At least a hurricane, you know it's coming.
Well, I don't know. Have we gotten into deep weather conspiracy theories yet on NRN?
Not yet, and I think we need to wait the stage break to get into it, because Tyler Seville is now getting ready to pass Kevin Dick. Side by side, dead even down turn 1, turn 2, coming down the backstretch. Kevin Dick is going to have the run, but Tyler Seville still within striking distance, maybe get something done in turn 3 or 4. As we come to 1 to go in the stage, Kevin Dick is going to lead that lap in front of Tyler Seville. Johnny Avila, of course, still the leader. Gap is now up to 2.5 seconds. He is easily and clearly ahead. Tyler Seville trying to run the high line, pick up a little momentum, maybe get that gap closed up, but I don't think he can do it anymore. I think Kevin Dick will finish second in stage number 1.
Hunter Waters had a big moment there coming 1 to go on the stage. Coming across the line, trying to get one of those 2 spots he lost back.
Yeah,
we got a
Hunter
car
Waters
sideways.
7th. Oh! Caution comes out for Johnny
It's just the
Avila.
leader. Our leader is sideways on the front stretch.
Steps on his foot, and he's going to come across the line for the stage in 11th, giving the stage win to Kevin Dick. Exactly what he needed not to do tonight. Just pushing a little too hard, getting a little loose. Just tags the wall. Doesn't look like there's a lot of damage on that car, so he's going to be all right. But
it doesn't look like there's a lot of damage, but real life, he'd be pretty darn well concussed right now.
Yeah, he definitely would be. Although,
just stepped out on him, though.
Yeah, He didn't hit any of the walls very hard. He kind of just slid the nose and the rear end against the wall. So that car should still be fine to continue racing, but he's going to have a lot of work to do. That, and he's going to have to take tires now. Those tires have been cooked, been slid, been flat spotted, and for
Well,
lack of a better term, junked.
let's keep an eye on it. It looks like every driver is in the pits. Let's keep an eye on how long the 63 is stationary on pit road here. See how if we can figure out how much optional he has to get out there clean.
Max Williams is going to be the first off of pit road. I wonder if he only took 2 tires. Same thing with Mike McConville, because their stops were about 3 seconds faster than everyone else.
Yeah, I'm showing Max Williams with an 11.0 and Mike McConville with a 10.8. Everybody else is right in that 14.5 to 15.1 range. So it's got to be right sides only, right?
I would think so. And Johnny Avila not having to take any damage repair. He's actually fairly quick in the box at a 15.02. Actually, he picks up a couple spots.
Yeah,
on pit road.
He picked up 2 spots on pit road even after that Travis mockery of a final turn.
So I don't think I'm ever going to get a chance to say this in this league again. But Johnny Avila is currently in contention for the biggest loser position, sponsored by Custom Paints and Diecasts. I am almost 100% certain that that is going to change by the end of this race, but he is down 12 positions after starting on the pole. So I will never, ever, probably not, get the chance to say that again in this league, and hopefully he can turn it around tonight.
Wait a minute. Did Max Williams get a penalty here?
Max Williams looks like he's taking tires now. Maybe he stopped, didn't take any tires, saw the rest of the field did, and decided, I don't want to be shark bait out the front of this field. So,
Makes a little more sense.
For just a short little recap, Johnny Avila losing out in the Northland Leisure stage winner. That will be going to Kevin Dick for stage number 1. As a reminder, stage number 2 will be on lap 65. There will be no caution for that one, so another 35 laps till we retally the points again. I am not going to be doing that math for you. You can get the numbers next week at Phoenix. And then we have a straight run to the checkered flag, and it should be a pretty fun one. Especially with Johnny Avila having to just claw his way back up to the top now. We got a sec. Let's see if we can get an interview with Johnny Avila. Johnny, it's Patrick up in the booth.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, what's going on? You sound pretty good for what just happened, man. What went on?
Honestly, I think I just needed a Heimlich maneuver because that was a massive choke coming to the end of the stage. Oh shoot, I don't know. I was just going, and then my car decided to pull the handbrake on itself, I guess.
I just got a chance to say something I'll probably never say again, but you are right now in contention for the biggest loser, but I don't think it's gonna stay that way. I think we're gonna have some fun tonight watching you claw up through this field.
Did I smack the wall?
You tapped it.
Okay, I have no damage, so I was just wondering if it was glitching or something.
You're mint. Car looks fine on camera.
Well,
we'll move back down to a WWR, and best of luck. Hopefully you put on a wonderful show, because this is about to be a fun one.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Johnny Avila in great spirits despite what just happened. So,
and you heard it from the gentleman himself. No damage.
So, once again, we're going to give it to you, the fans, and give you one more chance to crank it up on this restart. So Kevin Dick going to lead the first lap after the restart, but that was not without fight from Mike McConville, absolutely charging Kevin Dick on that initial start. Tyler Seville now taking the second position with WWR teammate Hunter Waters right behind him. They're going to try and truck their way on up to the front of the field, maybe steal the lead away from Kevin Dick, try and give Johnny Avila a chance to claw his way back up, which he has already. He is up to the 6th position, so after restarting in 12th or 13th, he has made some good progress in a lap and a half. Getting really aggressive, almost a little bit of contact with Andrew Moore, but no contact happens. Even on the inside line, looks like he's got a run, and he's going to try and take it still too wide through 3 and 4. Almost on the bumper of Brad Allison.
He's going to get 2 here in one corner.
One. Oh, man. Thank you, sir. Can I have another? Johnny Vila up to the 4th position, and now it is a WWR 2-3-4. They're going to try and get past Kevin Dick and make that a 1-2-3. Avila getting past teammate Hunter Waters. And he's right on the bumper of Tyler Seville. Oh, man. Tyler Seville, he's very racy, especially that team has a very boys have at it attitude. So I don't expect to see Seville let him by, but Seville's going to move to the high side and maybe see if Johnny's got something for Kevin.
He clearly has something for Kevin right here. He took a quick peek inside, tucks back in.
Andrew Moore doing fantastic, clawing his way up through the field. He's now up to the 3rd position, following Avila through the whole mess. As Avila going to take the inside line, not able to get it across the line, but he's going to have the preferred line going in the turn 1. Clears Kevin Dick by the mid-corner, and he's going to take the air away from him, force Kevin Dick up the track a little bit, searching for grip. Going for a little bit of a bizzle down the back straightaway, but he's going to be just fine. No contact made. Everyone's okay. And Johnny Avila will finally lead the first lap of his own in stage number 2. So the field is single file all the way through. Johnny Avila exiting the corner low, maybe anticipating a move from Kevin Dick. Dick does not take the bait, though, and stays up high. Still single file. Kevin Dick's got a little bit of a run, but I don't think it's going to be enough to close up and make a move just yet. I think he's got to back off a little bit, just hang out, and then go for the move on the backstretch.
Andrew Moore looking pretty racy there, too, though.
Yeah, he's kind of just sitting back, watching the show in front of him unfold, and getting ready to pounce when the door opens. Tyler Seville and Hunter Waters rounding out your top 5, but they are slowly but surely falling back a little bit. Gap between Andrew Moore and Tyler Seville is going to be 0.2 of a second as Kevin Dick right on the rear bumper of Johnny Avila coming across the line. Kevin Dick getting ready to pounce now. He is on the high side, going to have the run coming out of turn 4, but will it be enough? By my eyes, that looks like it's going to be enough. He is clear of Johnny Avila. Johnny Avila claws back a little bit, but not enough. He's going to have to slot in right behind Kevin Dick for turn number 1. Johnny Avila going high, trying to get a little bit of clean air on the nose, maybe pick up a bit of a run, slots back down low, and not able to do anything just yet.
We have Twisted Gaming checking into the comments on YouTube right now, Patrick. Yes, Brad Allison is still a WWR driver, is he not? That he missed the race start by 7 minutes, but looking forward to next week. And you know what? I'm probably the absolute last person that anyone wants to ask about which drivers are on which teams in this series tonight.
Brad Allison is a WWR driver. I am, of course, not the usual play-by-play guy. That'd be Chris Graham. And that's normally his job to remember all of those things. I am doing this all on the fly. But yes, Brad Allison, I am confirming that right now. He is a WWR driver. Chris Graham, of course, as we mentioned earlier, all the way across the pond in Poland. A very cold country to go to this time of year, but no, I guess if you want to freeze, that's where you go. Not freezing here tonight in Las Vegas, though. Down south in the desert, gets a little bit chilly at night, but nowhere near as cold as normally. 77 degrees right now, and hell, I'd call that a little warm for my tastes. 2 degrees
Track
wind
temp is,
coming out of the north.
Yeah. Track temp is 26.1 science units.
Yes, or for us who actually landed on the moon, that would be 79 degrees Fahrenheit.
But really, the 58% relative humidity and 0% fog are keys to putting on a good race tonight.
Yes, and that is typical of being in the desert in Las Vegas. Low humidity, low fog. As we see, Max Williams and looks like Richard Smith on the high side, getting a little racy there. Richard Smith in a new paint scheme tonight, digging the color scheme, and almost reminds me of like a desert storm kind of color scheme, which makes sense since we're in the desert tonight. I like it. Max Williams bobbling a little bit, almost getting in the Troy Haight, but they make it work. Getting word from up top that Mike McConville might have damage as he's falling back a little bit. Not a lot down just yet, but
yeah, he's 16 seconds back. He's got to be open for a caution round now.
I would be hoping for a caution. The problem with hope for a caution is that guy Murphy and his laws, they sneak up on you and they get you.
So
you
this
hope
is
for
where,
that caution, you'll be the caution.
Totally, but this is where you roll the dice and put the commentator's curse on a driver, right, Patrick? Since you're the lead play-by-play guy?
Yes, it is. And I unfortunately believe we already just did that to Mike McConville, and we'll see how that plays out. Troy Haight having a little bit of connection issues, but everyone's still racing him pretty closely. Let's see if Max Williams is willing to go for the move on him. Connection issues seem to have cleared up. Just a little hiccup there. Johnny Avila still out front by only a tenth. So he hasn't pulled away like he did in the first stage. Kevin Dick really able to just stay right on his rear bumper the whole time. Same thing with Hunter Waters, sitting right there behind him. Hunter Waters, Andrew Moore, that pack is starting to pull away from these guys. Single file throughout as the field comes through turn 3. Andrew Moore looking a little bit to the high side. Again, Trish trying to get some clean air on the nose, following right behind a guy. The car will want to push up. You can see he gets a little bit loose there, though, has to chase the car up, and Tyler Seville is going to take advantage of that open door. Say, yes, please, I'm coming through. He's going to go try 2 for 1, not able to make it work. Going to have to slot back in behind Kevin Dick, but he does make the pass on Andrew Moore Jr. Moore able to slot in front of Hunter Waters. Hunter Waters looking to the inside. Is he going to make something happen? Andrew Moore getting shuffled out to the high side once again. I think he's battling a loose race car right now. Maybe cooked off the right rear tire a little bit. Almost getting it into the wall, but he managed to stay out of it and stay just clear, but he did have to back out of it. Hunter Waters going to get the move and the run in turn 1 on the low side. It's going to be clear before the mid corner. Andrew Moore, I believe, is having some trouble with that vehicle. A little bit loose off turn 2 again. I don't think it's working for him right now. Max Williams going to take advantage of Moore's difficulties right now, and oh man, he's getting hung out to dry a little bit.
I believe that's what they call in the parlance getting freight trained.
Yes, that would be the definition of getting freight trained. You know, out here on Long Island, we normally don't have freight trains, and I was always so confused what that meant. You know, I've never seen a train that was more than 8 cars long or so. Until I moved out to Ohio for a couple years and got stuck at a railroad crossing for an hour and a half. That was probably exactly what Andrew Moore is feeling right now.
Totally. The worst, too, is when they're dropping off at, like, either a lumber yard or a recycling facility, and then they go back and forth in front of you for, like, 45 to 60 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
There's just nothing you can do.
Tyler Seville is hoping to give that feeling to Kevin Dick, looking towards the inside, not able to make anything happen, lets Kevin Dick back down, but let him know, hey buddy, I'm here.
Anytime you got the top 3 under a blanket here in you know, a quarter of a second, pretty good race.
Yeah, these Gen 7 cars have been fantastic here on the mile and a half, especially with that new rear diffuser. You can run real close to the guy in front of you. The aero wash isn't as bad as it used to be. It's not anything like an open wheel car anymore where you can't follow right behind somebody. So it's real fun racing. It almost reminds me a bit of what we saw in the 1990s in the real world.
I don't know about you, but I'm totally making sure that the Ghost of Stonehenge on PBS is recorded on my DVR right now.
I just ran out of tapes, but I've got like 4 of them of the latest Bob Ross episodes. I might have to bring out the Betamax player. As Tyler Seville looking to the inside of Kevin Dick now. Did he manage to get a better run running the low side there through the corner with the crossover than Kevin Dick did on the high side?
It's what it looked like.
And it looks like he's going to be clear, just clear, coming out of turn 4. Kevin Dick, however, with the run, he is at the corner. But are we going to be able to say it? Door bumper clear? No, we're not. They're still at the door side by side. And this is exactly what happened in the previous stage, with only 4 laps to go in this one, where Tyler Seville, Kevin Dick were just battling it out and letting Johnny Vila kind of get away. Johnny Vila hoping to not spin again. That would be kind of unfortunate. But he was able to come back from it in, 5 laps? So I think he could do it again. Tyler Seville getting ahead of Kevin Dick now, so it's going to be a WWR 1-2 and locking Kevin Dick out of a bonus point for the stage win. So long as both WWR drivers do not spin at the stage break. No caution here for the lap 65 stage break. Just they tally up the points, and at the end of the race, you get the numbers. Kevin Dick still riding right on the bumper of Tyler Seville. Not able to make anything happen just yet, but he's just going to sit there and let him know, hey, I'm here. I'm willing to do something, as we've seen all race long these guys been battling. Kevin Dick looking a little bit to the high side, going to pull it back down low. Not this lap, maybe the next one he goes for something. Mike McConville entering the pit lane. I don't know if this is just for fuel, just for tires, or he's got some damage repair. We'll see how long he's in the box. In the meantime, we still have a fantastic battle here for second place. Kevin Dick now going to the outside, trying to get a run down the backstretch, has to pull it back down low. Mike McConville still in the pit box. I going to think this is for some damage repair. Tyler Seville bobbling just a little bit. That gives Kevin Dick the opportunity to go down low, but Johnny Vila, he will win your stage number 1. Tyler Seville gets position number 2, and Kevin Dick position number 3. Kevin Dick now just too little too late. Going to go for the move on lap 65. Oh, this is 65. I'm jumping the gun here. So he's still trying it and maybe might be able to get something done here across the start-finish line. He just showed he could do it last lap. Let's see if he can do it again. Tyler Seville, though, opening up the gap. Not going to happen. Johnny Vila now officially wins stage number 2. Tyler Seville across the line 2nd. Kevin Dick 3rd. Hunter Waters going to be 4th cross, and Max William rounding out your top 5 for stage number 2. We stay green, and Johnny Vila still pulling away. Gap is now at about half a second.
Currently,
Close
Hunter
right on
Waters
the lead.
sitting in the hard charger spot there in 4th with a +5 on the night.
I was going to say, Hunter Waters doing fantastic, but he's not close enough to make anything happen just yet. Closest battle on the racetrack is the one we are watching right now, which is Tyler Seville and Kevin Dick still battling for that 2nd position. And knowing these two, this could go on all night.
But the crazy thing is they're actually falling back off the leader, Johnny Avila, by battling so hard.
Yeah, which this might be, I don't want to say team orders, but, you know, this might be Johnny Avila or somebody at WR saying, hey, keep the pressure on Kevin Dick. Even if you let him by, just keep staying on him, make him fight for it, and allow Johnny Vila to keep that gap and come home with the championship.
Right, and all's fair in love and NextGen, right? Like, he's racing him clean, he's racing him hard, he's causing both of them to fall back a bit from Johnny Avila, but you know what? Nothing out there is anything other than good hard racing.
Yeah, first and foremost, both these cars are on the lead lap. Both these cars are trying to win the race. Even though Tyler Seville isn't mathematically eligible to win the championship at this point, he can still win the race, and he is within every right to do so, so no complaints here. As Mike McConville rejoins the racetrack, he is on fresh tires, damage repaired. Unfortunately, he is a lap down, but you can see just how much faster he is. These guys have been leading the race, and he just passed them like they're standing still. Last lap out of Mike McConville is a 30.90. Last lap out of race leader Johnny Avila is a 32.24, so well over a second quicker.
Yeah, he's 1.3 seconds clear of the field right now on his per lap speed.
Thomas Wilhite now running through the pit lane. So I think we're about to see a cycle of green flag pit stops. And only about 40 laps to go. The window is absolutely open right now. It's just a matter of when these leaders decide to take it. If your guy Kevin Dick, I mean, of course you've got the championship to lose, but you have the championship to win as well. Do you come in, take the gamble, take the short pit, and maybe a caution comes out and leaves you in the danger zone, or you wait until everyone else
I'm glad you
down.
brought up the danger zone because I know we've got fenders here, Patrick, but the danger zone is non-series specific, and you could be seeing it here.
That danger zone is there, irreverent of Danica Patrick and her feet, as Paul Tracy would put it. But it is Paul Tracy's
Why did we have to go
zone.
there?
This is NRN, and of course, if we're bringing up Paul Tracy, it's Danica Patrick as well. But yeah, danger zone is always there. You can get trapped a lap down if you take that short pit and caution comes out. Now, of course, you'll get that lap back, but you'll be at the tail end of the field on a couple lap old rubber while everyone else is on fresh stuff. Same time, if the caution doesn't come out, you're going to be way ahead of everyone else as you've just run all those laps on new, fast, fresh rubber, and everyone else has been running laps on old junky tires. So it's a gamble, but it can be a worthwhile gamble.
So it's funny you mentioned things here on NRN because I I just picked up Chris, and hopefully he's not listening. I picked him up a Christmas present. Found this awesome shirt that is all of the tits that are native to Pennsylvania.
Yes, there's many, many wonderful birds of Pennsylvania, and lots of them are named tits. Different types. There's blue ones, there's red ones, there's green ones, there's big ones, there's
Bearded?
small ones. All of them. Pennsylvania is a fantastic, not state, but it is a commonwealth. Which is a fun fact of the day. As Johnny Avila still in the lead, but he's battling with, that looks like Thomas Wilhite. That's going to slow him down a little bit as we see the gap starting to close. It's come down to about a second and a tenth, but he's starting to pick that gap back up once again now that he's clear of that lapped car.
So again, my lack of homework is showing. What are we looking at for a fuel run here tonight, Patrick? We should be well within the window at this point, correct?
Yes. Fuel window should be, by my math, 45 to 55 laps. But I have never driven the Gen 7 car outside of when it first came out, running it in reverse at iRacing Super Speedway. So my math could be off. My math is all off the Gen 6 numbers, but that, I believe the fuel tank and engine size is still the same, so the numbers should be pretty close.
Do we have full 100% fuel in this series?
I believe we do.
Perfect.
Johnny Avila now bringing that gap out to 1.4 seconds. Closest battle on the racetrack right now is between Tyler Seville and Kevin Dick. And as you can see, it's not so close. These guys have all single filed out, waiting for the green flag pit stops to start with the leader. So kind of getting ready, building some space. Tyler Seville looks like he's slowing down a little bit. Could he be coming in? I don't think so.
Got a massive game of chicken going on right now, because I think once we see the first person in the top 7 to 10 cars pit, pretty much everybody will come within 5 laps. But I think everybody's just trying to get as deep into the run as they can and save as much rubber for the end of the race.
Yeah, and I know Johnny Avila, he's usually a short pit kind of guy. But I guess when you're leading the race, there's no reason to short pit. You're in control, and the rest of the field kind of bases their strategy off yours. Troy Haight now in the pits. He was, like you said, one of your top 7 guys, so could this be the start of these guys?
This could be the, we'll see if he gets a first mover advantage. It looked like he was, what, 8th when he came to the pits, or was he 7th?
I believe he was 7th. And we'll see if the pit stop out of Mike McConville or Thomas Wilhite pay off if they pass Troy Haight here. Troy Haight in the box now. 15.12 second pit stop, so a bit of a slow stop for him, but he's now on his way out of the pit box. Still ahead of Mike McConville and Thomas Wilhite. And looks like he is clear of pit lane, getting ready to merge up again. Mike McConville still not coming by, so I think it's going to work out for him. We have Hunter Waters and Max Williams now fighting for position. Max Williams passing as Kevin Dick, Tyler Seville, and Hunter Waters all coming to pit lane.
We got 4 cars coming down here.
Yeah, they're going to try and get the jump on Johnny Avila. Let's see if it works for him.
41's coming in as well.
Now, new tires are about 2 seconds faster than the tires Johnny Avila is on right now. So if he was only a second and a half ahead, every lap he stays out here, he's going to lose his spots. Yeah,
he's going to start losing spots after 1 to 3 laps, for sure.
He's going to come in, barely makes the commitment line, hits the cone, and he's on pit road. It looked like he was a little hot, but we'll see if it's penalty or not.
We'll see what race control says on that one. That was visually unexpected.
Visually hot, but it might be legal still. Max William and Brad Allison still electing to stay out, along with Richard Smith. That will be your top 3 tentatively until Kevin Dick gets back up there and
And it
probably
looks like
passes these
Max
guys.
Williams and Brad just went red on JRT, so that looks like they're coming down the pit lane.
Yes, sir, they are. Johnny Vila now out of the box, coming down pit road, clear the green cone, but he is going to be stuck behind Richard Smith around the access road.
Oh, that's got to burn him up.
Richard Smith moving to the inside, letting Johnny Vila go. Kevin Dick now going to pass him as they pass the blue cone. So Kevin Dick now your, I guess, yeah, your leader.
Yeah, let it be said that there are still sportsmen in this world.
Richard Smith, always an overly respectful driver. I almost think too much sometimes. I would love to be racing him, love to pass him, but I think he needs to get some more aggression in him. You know, I'm here on this racetrack too. I'm on the lead lap. I reserve every right not to let you by. If he was a couple laps down, I'd say flip the script, but I definitely think as he matures more and gets a lot better at this, I think he definitely needs to get more aggressive. He's always fast enough to run for wins. It just needs to go there and get them. But again, that's coming from worst crew chief in the world.
So what do you think the strategy is here for Richard Smith? He's plus 12 on the hard charger leaderboard, but obviously he's still got to come stop. You think he's just going to stay out there and run and hope for a caution at some point, and that everybody else is going to come down and take tires at the same time he does?
That is definitely a strategy. However, I believe these guys only had 2 tires in the box, so
Well,
I don't think anyone else has any reason to pit anymore. I also believe I was just getting my 2 Richards confused. I believe I meant to be talking about Richard Fletcher. But Kevin Dick setting the fastest lap of the race so far at a 30.48, so he will have that award tonight from Realty Executives of Saskatoon. So, as we mentioned earlier, Johnny Vila, after locking up the year-long championship, will get a custom NASCAR-style wheel from Sim Speed Shop. I've seen pictures of this thing. It is fantastic. It's got just enough buttons to make any sim racer happy. It's got 6 of them, which is a little minimalist for some of the sim racing setups I've seen. However, the quality on that thing looks like it's good enough to put in my road car or even real race car. It is fantastic looking. It is a wonderful piece of equipment and should make any driver that uses it go even faster.
I'll say, especially for a NASCAR wheel, you don't need a ton of buttons. And those 6 buttons on the Sim Speed Shop wheel are probably about perfect. I have an MPI, a Max Pappas NASCAR wheel that I run on my SimuCube. And I just have the button box with 3 buttons. And I wish I had the 6 buttons. So I'm looking at Sim Speed Shop right now, and they even have an MPI wheel that has the full glory of the Cletus McFarland treatment, red, white, and blue flag across the bottom half, stars and stripes, and it may be the most glorious racing wheel I've ever seen. So hats off to Sim Speed Shop, and just want to give them a shout out and thanks for sponsoring the race here tonight.
Hell yeah.
And Patrick, you know this. I know most of the listeners probably don't know this, but I have like 74 wheels. I actually might go get this MPI Sim Speed Shop Cletus McFarland wheel. It looks fantastic.
You're going to make me go look at it while we're live on air because Sounds fantastic from what you're saying. I might have to pick up a direct drive.
It's
just so I can play it.
glorious. It's the most freedom unit steering wheel I've ever seen.
As we see Andrew Moore making a risky move on Troy Haight, but he makes it work. No contact involved there, and these guys are fighting pretty hard now with only 20 laps or so left in the race. So Kevin Dick now flipping the script, leading Johnny Avila by 0.8 of a second. So kind of leaving him in the dust a little bit.
You know what I realized? Did we even talk about where they were running at stage 2 on lap 65?
Yes, in fact, we did.
Well, good on me.
That's okay. We've had an exciting race so far, and especially at that point in the race, there was so much going on. It's okay if you missed it. Just for the quick rundown of what happened there, Johnny Avila won stage number 2, followed by, I believe it was Tylersville, and then Kevin Dick getting the 3rd position through there. So Johnny Avila now closing the gap down up to 0.6 of a second. As we see Richard Smith finally coming down into the pit lane. Seems you can go about 60 laps on a stint. So I guess my number of 55 wasn't too far off.
Sorry, I'm not even paying attention to you because I'm customizing my Cletus McFarland wheel right now at Sim Speed Shop.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to see that thing. We right on board with Johnny Avila. He is just closing the gap slowly but surely on Kevin Dick as we approach 20 laps to go. You can just see, I don't even have to give you numbers, you can just see how much he's picking up. As Kevin Dick, also, you can see how much he's yawing that car, getting loose through the mid quarter. That's kind of neat to see, and keeps it going. Kept the steering wheel to the left, just drove it with the throttle. But it is going to slow him down a little bit as Johnny Avila is right on the back bumper now and going to make a move happen. Side by side coming through turn number 2 now. Johnny Avila with a run even on the low side. I probably only seen that once or twice before. This is fantastic racing. Johnny Avila getting the lead now, easily clearing Kevin Dick, and now it's time for him to run away with it. Johnny Avila looking to win this race. If he wins this race, that should keep him at about 7 points ahead, which means he would have to finish outside of the top 7 or so next week at Phoenix, and Kevin Dick would have to win the race for Kevin Dick to win the championship. So every little misstep matters. That spin at the beginning of the race, that cost him a point, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but now you can see right at the end of the championship how much that actually matters. Remember, probably 30 years ago now, Mark Martin lost the championship on a tie. If you look throughout the whole season, everywhere he could have picked up a bonus point, lost 1 point, any one of those things, if they didn't happen, he would have won that championship. So every little thing matters, especially when it comes down to this tight. But Johnny Avila now 4/10 over Kevin Dick, running away with it now. Less than 20 laps to go. Only caution we've had all night was for the stage break. These guys kept it clean and green all the way throughout as we approach lap 100. So, me saying that now, we'll be commentating, cursing them, and hopefully we get a caution, bunch this field back up, and maybe give Kevin Dick another chance to get jump on Johnny Avila. As he comes around to lap Mike Piconville. Mike Piconville going to let him by, steps out of his line, bounces into the wall a little bit, but he's going to be A-okay after that.
Remarkably clean racing tonight. Sorry, we got M. McCullen in the YouTube comments calling me out, and he's totally on point. He totally came in to say, I just tuned in as soon as I heard Jason say, I'm not even paying attention. Well, there's a reason, as we're seeing some spicy action here on track, but I'm totally checking out this Sim Speed Shop Cletus McFarland wheel, and I think everyone else should too.
Yeah, and Sim Racers Club, I'm sure, is looking for drivers, just like with every other league on iRacing right now after we've had the COVID start to die down, everyone going back to the real world. But if you want a chance to win one of those beautiful wheels, tune back in next season, run the series. If you're good at stock cars, come join us. This series is fantastic. Great group of guys, as you're seeing right here. I mean, we've done over 100 laps of green flag racing tonight. That is unheard of in a stock car league. Kevin Dick now well over a second behind Johnny Vila. Johnny Vila just still building that gap up. As long as the caution doesn't come out and Johnny Vila doesn't spin on the last lap again, it should be his race.
This is Johnny Avila's race. There's no way he loses this thing.
We said that in stage 1 too. Closest battle on track right now is between Hunter Waters and Tyler Seville for the 3rd position. As you can see, those guys are just single file, just running their laps, maybe waiting for a caution, maybe waiting for the right time to start putting the pedal to the metal and climbing back up towards the top of the charts.
I do want to call out Mike McConville here. Like, he had that damage early, fell back, fell off the lead lap, pitted early, and he's running up at 8th. He's the first car a lap down right now, it looks like, but good on him on making something out of that damage early.
Yeah, and that is what it's all about. That's damage control. As we see Tyler Seville putting a little bit of damage on that car, hitting the outside wall coming out of 2. That gives Hunter Waters a chance to dive down low and try and steal that 3rd position away.
And if he gets this spot, that puts Hunter Waters +6 and is well in control of the hard charger.
Hunter Waters still battling Tyler Seville for that 3rd spot. Single file going through turn 3, maybe trying to build up a little momentum, try and get it done, maybe coming out of turn 2. But every time I've said that, they get it done in between turn 1 and 2. So let's see what he does going into turn 1 now. Through the tri-oval. Closing the gap, but it's not going to be enough. Going to run the high line, try and get the run off the backstretch. Closing in for the draft, maybe a little slingshot. Not going to happen here. He's too far behind. He has to wait for Tyler Seville to open the door again, maybe bobble into the wall. But it looks like Tyler's learned his lesson. He doesn't seem to be getting on it as hard coming out of the quarter, so a little bit more reserved of driving now. He's losing a little bit of time now to Kevin Dick and Johnny Vila.
And right now, even though, like, it's now over 2 seconds from first to second, and Avila is running about a 10th, maybe a 10th and a half quicker a lap than Kevin Dick. So, you know, Kevin's running out of time here to make something happen.
Yeah, Kevin is really just hoping for a caution at this point. But again, you hope for a caution, you're going to beat a caution. We're less than 10 laps to go.
Well, in that lap, he was 2/10 slower, so rapidly going the wrong direction.
This battle for third, still your closest battle on track. Hunter Waters gets a little bit loose, gonna dirt track it through the front stretch. That is the opposite of a pass in the grass, because didn't pass nobody, but maintains his position. Gonna be a little slow coming through turn one. Gonna lose spot to Max Williams. Gonna have to fight for it now as they stay side by side through turn two. Max Williams gonna have the run on the high side. Think he's gonna steal the position going in turn three, and that he will.
Yeah,
Get
as
hot
we go to the
shoe
replay.
race for instant
Hot shoe.
replay. Just gets a little bit loose on the power a little too early coming in turn four, jumping the car, bouncing it through that Legends Oval.
Does
Not
a great
the
job of
line-
keeping it straight and clean, though, and not bringing out the caution there.
Yeah,
So-
not the line you want to take, but I've done that on purpose a couple times in some fun sessions, and it is not easy to maintain control of that car. Even though it looks like the car was going dead straight, that steering wheel was going way left, way right. It's nuts, and you're on and off the power, dirt tracking it through there.
Right
Tell
now,
me-
that bobble by Hunter Waters puts Richard Smith into the hard charger seat at a +5.
Yeah, Hunter Waters going to have to take it back from Max Williams, and I don't know how the tiebreaker would work. I would imagine it goes to Hunter Waters because he's on the lead lap, but I don't even know if there's provision in the rule book for that.
Well, it's not like we can, although it's probably, never mind, I'm not going to go there.
Hunter Waters trying to take the spot back from Max Williams. Another little bobble. Trying to save the car, still trying to save it. He wrecked that race car about 8 times. And managed to keep it clear. Gonna lose another spot now. To, looks like Richard Smith. No, Richard Smith is a lap down.
So he didn't lose a spot,
But
he's losing.
it's a car
track
in front
position.
of in between him and Max Williams. As we come down to 3 laps to go, Johnny Avila now over 3 seconds ahead.
He's just pulling away now. This thing's over.
It ain't over till it's over. Hunter Waters still battling a loose race car, almost losing it there coming off turn 2. Hunter Waters is in a pickle right now. If caution were to come out, I'd be willing to bet it's going to be Hunter Waters looping that thing with how loose that car is driving. But I can't imagine.
Kind of surprised he's not in the pickle car with how he's driving.
He is in the pickle car.
I was looking at the wrong car. You're right.
I can't imagine he's the only one battling a loose race car.
There's got to be some wicked stuff out there. We're getting ready to come to the white flag, and
Yeah, white flag.
like-
We should get the camera on Johnny Avila, see
Yeah.
how his race car is driving, because
it looks like it's on rails from where I'm sitting.
yeah, it doesn't look like he's having any issues. It looks like he's toning it down a little bit now.
He got his looseness out of the way on lap 30.
That is correct. White flag is out. Johnny Avila ahead by almost 4 seconds. Absolutely putting a whooping on this field. As you see, he is getting a little loose. A little bit of a bobble there in the one. He's got to tone it down. Plenty of gap to just throw it neutral and coast to the finish. So you see Kevin Dick just in the rear of that shot. Johnny Avila going to come away clean out of turn 3. Little loose in turn 4. He's going to not go anywhere near the wall. Back it down. You can see he's just coasting now. Kevin Dick closing that gap rapidly. But Johnny Avila is going to win tonight at Las Vegas. Kevin Dick second, Tyler Seville third, Max William fourth, Hunter Waters fifth. Troy Haight going to come across the line in 6th, last car on the lead lap. Richard Smith, Mike McConville, 7th and 8th. Looks like Fletcher is going to be 9th. Thomas Wilhite is going to round out your top 10. Followed by Andrew Moore Jr. Real strong early on. Unfortunately, not able to come home in the top 10 tonight. Tim Knott finishing in the 12th position, 2 laps down. Brad Allison going to finish 13th. So, as always, with a Will Warsaw Racing victory, all of the WWR cars tonight are going to come across to this start-finish line and absolutely burn it down.
Good for them. Just a couple notes. We got Brad Allison, it looks like, with the fastest lap of the night with a 30.501. And then Richard Smith, the second in the 23 car, ended up at +6 for your Hard Charger award. So, how about that?
Hell yeah. Johnny Vila keeping his championship hopes alive, well alive tonight, getting the victory as they all burn it down. Fletcher joining them now. Unfortunately, no Will Worsler tonight. Bossman took the night off, but, you know, I'm sure he's watching at home, watching his boys win this race.
You know, it almost looks like a Monster Jam event out there on the front stretch.
Oh yeah, Jason, I know you're new to the series. Will Worsler Racing is basically the Team Watson Racing of this series. They've got the most drivers as Hunter Waters absolutely doors Johnny Avila for backing out of the car. Richard Fletcher not making any contact. A lot of times these guys like to absolutely destroy these cars and make sure there's not a piece of the sheet metal left for the tech guy to go over. But tonight, they're just going to park it right there, get the team picture, and get ready for some interviews. So first up for an interview, we'll pick our third place finisher, Tyler Seville. And what's going on, Tyler? What a fantastic run tonight. A fantastic racing all night with Kevin Dick, keeping him behind Johnny Vila, allowing Johnny to get stage points in stage number 2. Tried it in stage number 1, but unfortunately he didn't get it there. What was going through your head all night? What was your car doing? I know we saw some loose race cars tonight, so tell us about your night.
Yeah, Johnny didn't get the memo there at the end of stage 1 there and really jacked himself up. No, it's just you try to save your tires the best you can because it's everybody's going to get loose, and it's just who can maintain it. I feel like I was pretty even with Kevin there for the most part until he was able to get a better green flag pit stop there on the end, and then I just couldn't make anything up.
Yeah, he kind of just ran away a little bit, but still not a bad finish at all. I mean, you, Kevin, and Johnny all put a whooping on this field. I mean, multiple seconds ahead of everyone else. Is there even a car in your rearview mirror when you came across the line?
There was not, but that was only because a couple laps prior, Hunter hooked it through the grass on the front stretch. He was within a half a second of me there. It was going to be another battle,
Yeah,
like it was last week.
he was fighting you hard. I could have sworn he was going to get it, but just not able to do it. Had the dirt tracking through the field, and frankly, he was loose the whole rest of the race. We were watching him just about till the white flag came out. He was turning right to go left, Doc Hudson style.
Right, I warned him when he got to me that I wasn't going to let him pass me like happened last week because I couldn't get back by him.
Well, we'll give you a chance to give your sponsor plugs, thank yous, anything you need.
Shout out to my teammates that were racing today. The goal was to come in here and help Johnny maintain the points lead as best as possible. So I feel like we did our part. I was able to get in front of Kevin at the end of stage 2 there to get 1 point away from him there. But yeah, shout out to Cocktail Bar and then Johnny, Richard, and Hunter. And I know Brad had some issues, so shout out to the team.
Hell yeah. Well, you have a good one. Fantastic show tonight. And hopefully we see you again at Phoenix. Put on another show for us.
Right, sounds good.
Next up, we'll bring our second place finisher, Kevin Dick. What is going on, Kevin? One hell of a race tonight.
Not too much. You guys?
Oh, man. That was a fun show. We had fun up here, and it looked like you did down there, fighting hard the whole night. You were definitely battling Tyler Seville. Got the stage win in stage 1, but couldn't make it happen in stage 2 and 3. What happened there?
No, just didn't quite have the pace that Johnny had. Just used up tires just a little bit too much. He's probably just a little bit better than that. I mean, once you get him a little too hot, you just can't can't get to the gas and keep up your mid corner speed.
Yeah, we saw you get loose a couple times there as well as pretty much the rest of the field, especially in the mid quarter and coming out of turn 4. A lot of guys were getting loose. What did the car feel like tonight?
Pretty much just what you explained. Just mid corner, if you were trying to get onto a little bit too quick, and then off of 4, you had to really be nice. Sometimes it'd be just a little bit unpredictable, and it seemed fine. You're coming off straight, and next thing you know, you're left and you're cranking to the right, hoping it doesn't hook on you.
So, with the second place finish, you keep your championship hopes alive. What are your thoughts going into Phoenix for the final round?
Just keep it clean, just what we've been doing these last couple of weeks. I think we're going to go in with the lead, so just try and play smart. I don't know how big of a lead I'm going to have going into Phoenix, but as long as I can stay on Johnny's bumper, I think we'll be pretty close.
I think it's going to come down to the bonus points and the stage points. And you've been pretty good at getting those all season long, as well as the pole positions. You've been on fire with those all season. Unfortunately, not getting one tonight, but I've been pretty good at Phoenix in the past few seasons from what I've seen.
Yeah, no, I really, really enjoy the track. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, at the end there, I knew Johnny was going to catch me just with the pace that he had in through the long runs. So I pushed it just a little bit, you know, a lap or two just to try and knock off that quick time just to get that extra point.
Hell yeah, and you got it tonight. So keeping that championship alive. So any sponsor plugs, thank yous, whatever you
Yeah,
need, get them in.
give a shout out to Cousin Paints a Die Cast. Jordan there, he's great, does a great job. Guys at Pie Eyed, Andrew. He had some issues there just at the end of the race. He said his wheel overheated and crashed his game, so
Oh man,
that sucks. Um,
hardware failures. You'll have them in the real world. You'll have them in the sim too.
yeah, and give out shout out to Sam. I mean, great lead, great running of everyone here, and you guys up in the booth.
Hell yeah. Well, we thank you for that, and we'll let you get on your way, and hopefully we'll see you back again at Phoenix for one hell of a championship fight.
Sounds good.
And last but definitely not least, Johnny Avila, after a spin in stage 1, comes home, gets the win tonight, keeps the championship alive. What's going on, Johnny?
I don't even know how to comprehend what just happened. All I know is this points battle is like going to be a difference of 2 or 3. So next week's going to be scary, exciting, nerve-wracking, all different kinds of emotions, but it'll be a hell of a battle.
So I don't know if you run any other leagues or run officials, but are you going to put all that on hold and just practice nothing but Phoenix? Try and get that bonus point for pole position and try and get all the stage points you can next week.
I'll try to, but I don't have too much time right now. I have a teammate that's made it to contender, so we're trying to build setups over there. So I'm gonna just kind of see if I get time to practice, wing it, and hopefully I got something for Kevin because he's showing great speed.
Hell yeah. Well, you know, it's not the end of the world if you don't win the fall championship. You already won
Yes,
the
it
spring
is.
one. Yeah. Well, of course it is. But you already got your button box from the spring championship. What are you going to do with the second button box? You got a teammate you're going to give it to, or are you going to
I
put
I
one on the
got I
left
got
side and
another
right side?
I got another bun box for the first part of the season too.
That's what I'm talking about. You already got
I
one. So what you going to
Nah,
do with
I'd
the
have
second one if
3
you
if I
win?
win the next one. I
Oh
just got a
man.
whole bunch of button boxes. I don't even know what to do with these button boxes anymore. I got button boxes everywhere. I gotta thank some speed shops for the button boxes though. They are amazing.
Oh yeah, and I just got word earlier before the race that you locked up the grand championship, so you're going to get a nice new wheel coming your way too.
I'm really excited for that. Yeah, Sam was messaging me about that, so I can't wait to get that and then throw it on my rig. I'm
Oh
excited.
man. Well, what are your thoughts going into Phoenix? You think you can do it, or you just hoping for some bad luck to go Kevin's way?
No, I don't want any bad luck to happen to him. I'd like to just take him on one, let the best driver win that day. But I'm looking forward to it. It'll definitely be fun because the one good thing, well, one of the many good things is Kevin's not only a fast driver, but he's incredibly clean. So I know I can race him inches away from his car and not really have to worry about being taken out or anything like that. So hopefully we'll be able to put on a great show for everybody.
Hell yeah, spoken like a true sportsman, you know? Hey,
Hmm.
props to you. That is freaking awesome. Well, it's getting close to time to wrap it up, so why don't we give all the sponsor plugs and thank yous in?
Well, I'd like to thank Bulldog Roofworks. They've been on my car this whole year. It's great having the sport in the backing. I got to thank the admins that put this league together. It's been a lot of work, but we have something pretty good here. Hopefully we can get some more people for next year. And then last but not least, I got to thank you guys up in the booth. Every single week, you guys bring out a great product for all of us to watch.
Hell yeah, well, we thank you for those kind words, and hopefully we'll see you back again at Phoenix. Maybe in Victory Lane, maybe not. I mean,
Hopefully.
hopefully, of course. So I can't pick favorites while I'm up in the booth. Once I hop out, I can have a favorite, but I won't tell you who it is.
If hopefully me.
I'll let you know after the season's over. How about that?
All right, buddy.
Well, you have a great night and good luck going on the Phoenix.
Thank you.
Well, Jason, what do you think about your first experience in the Sim Racers Club? Did they put on a good enough show for you?
They put on a great show, but I'm not sure what to think about Johnny saying that we put on a professional and watchable broadcast experience here.
You know, even though you, me, and when we get Watson, we're the B team, we still put on a fantastic show. I mean, I've had
Yeah,
people
I
watch
mean, train wrecks are watchable.
train wrecks are always fun to watch too, but we didn't have a train wreck tonight. I felt real good about tonight's show. You did a fantastic job for not doing this too often. Hell, even if you did do this pretty often, still did a damn good job. So thank you for coming out, filling in for Chris tonight. Hopefully, he thinks I did a good job of taking over play by play for tonight, and I'm very thankful he'll be back next week to take that over from me because it's stressful up here. I got to give
It
him
sounded
props.
like it. I will say, normally you get what you pay for. I think Chris got better than he paid for out of the booth commentary tonight.
Wait, he's paying you?
That's the joke.
uh, we got paid
No,
well here at
it,
the National Racing Network.
we
But
get paid in nothing, but I will say it was a great experience. I had a lot of fun. It was a great race, a lot of fun to watch on track, and hopefully you guys ask me to come back and do color again here sometime.
hell yeah. Well, we always can welcome you in for Phoenix if you want to come along or any other broadcast. Feel free to hop in. You are always welcome here on the National Racing Network.
I'm in for Pahonix. Just say the word.
And on that note, we do have to wrap it up, call it a night. Thank you all for watching. This was a fantastic show. It was my pleasure to be your host tonight. As always, thanks for joining the National Race Network. Hopefully you enjoyed Jason, and I think he'll be back. He did a great job tonight. So, have a good one.